Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura Kay. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you feel very invited in this space. And if you've been here, you already know what it is. Thank you for coming back. I have a message today. I wanted to talk a little bit about inner child work because I found myself in this really exciting phase and time in my life where I am proving so many things that my inner child thought about myself, like ways that I held myself. So many I can'ts or like I could never thoughts that I've had have come back up, and I've had the opportunity immediately to take jumps and leaps that younger me was too afraid to do. And I've been proving that like I'm more than capable at all these things, and it's very exciting. It's a really exciting time in life right now. And in some ways I found myself like it was hard for me to like really get in the present moment and like be like, this is what's happening, because there's also so much like there's all that gunk, weird feelings that you have to move through to be able to really get to the excited, positive part of it, of course. And so I learned recently that I've come to a place in my inner child work that I'm starting to integrate and embody more healed aspects of my inner child in my everyday. And I work with children. I am a dance instructor. I work at different schools in my city, and then I'm also a gymnastics coach currently. But I've worked with kids in so many jobs before. But I'm realizing how these days things are very different because I'm really allowing myself to like play alongside them, but also really going deep into step-by-step task analysis and breaking things down and going back to foundational steps and really like slowing myself down and pacing myself and reteaching myself and reminding myself that like for some reason like I tell myself all the time that like I'm too old for something, or I'm too this or too that, and then I'm like girl, chill. Anyway, I'm pulling a card from the Shaman Oracle. So we have the Beaver. This is from the Shaman Box deck. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, it says diligence, self-sufficiency, patience, motivation, progression, structure, ingenuity, and experience, which I feel like totally hits with the description right after everything that I just said. So I really like the Beaver. And I also have the Keepers of the Light deck. I really enjoy this one, but I also felt really called to pull this one. I have it in like a cool case. I put some of my tarot decks in cases, and it has a like moon and sun, and it just called out to me today. I hope that you are having a lovely day. I feel as though like lately there has been such heaviness that I've been moving through and pushing through, and I think it's just really important to like remember that everybody is going through so much at this time, and we're all having troubles and struggles in our own lives, and it's important that we're able to like talk about this stuff with each other and to find safe spaces where we can open up and express the way that we need and not have to feel like a burden or like you're imposing on others if you need to talk and have a safe space for things like that. And if you do feel so called to, please leave a comment and like let's chat. I'm so down to talk about this kind of stuff. This card says hope. It says love and acceptance. So much solar plexus energy, inner power. And she's got the lotus in between her hands. She has a lotus, which is usually a symbolic of like spiritual awakening or like the opening of that flower. It says, love is yours, recognize your divine worth, and choose the loving thoughts. And it's so true, like I was talking about, you know, the things where I say I can't or whatever. We do get to choose, like, the thoughts that we listen to, and where our attention goes, the energy grows. And so when you focus on the parts that say, oh, I'm too old to do this, or I would look silly if I did this thing that something in me kind of wants to do, and like the denial of any of your desires and wishes is like not accepting and loving yourself to the fullest. And you know, you should be able to do that. It's this love and acceptance. And it's so important to be able to like accept every single aspect of yourself. And we live in this society that like teaches us to push down so much of ourselves, and even more reason why it's so important that we allow ourselves to live and be in our authenticity, because when you do that, you also show others that it's okay to do that. And you know, we are ready for change. We don't want to have to feel like we're going to be ostracized for being ourselves and expressing ourselves, because as we all stand up and we express ourselves and we love and accept ourselves to the fullest extent that our heart is dying to be able to, it's no longer dying, it's living to be able to share and to open up to the rest of the world. It's just that you have to give yourself that, and you have to really look at yourself and remind yourself of your worth and continue to be your own best cheerleader. And as you cheer for yourself, you'll see others around you, but you'll also see yourself rise in so many beautiful ways. It's really hard when we've spent so much of our life listening to the thoughts or the things that have been, you know, the ideas that have been circulating in the world, and the ways that we feel we have to be like systematically. There's just so much in front of us that was in a way meant to set us back, but when we let that feeling of victimhood, we realized that victimhood was an experience, but it's not a label. Like, it was not, and I don't have to be that. I was it at one point, but now, look how much stronger I've become. Look how much smarter I have become. Look how much hotter I've become. Like, literally, yeah, so I just love this card. It's good solar plexus energy, and even while we're talking, like, I was like seeing a lot of yellow. I have a piece of yellow from a gift bag that I got earlier, and this card deck is all yellow, so definitely thinking a lot about that. solar plexus energy. I'm also seeing all the yellow behind me in my painting and the eye back there. So very good, very good. I will end it with one more oracle card from the Starseed Oracle, just to finish this off. No, but two fell out. This is so funny. The two that fell out, y'all. So funny. So the first one is baby steps. You can see she looks like she's standing like on the side of this clip. It says baby steps, act, follow your intuition before it makes sense. This next one literally says jump in. How you gonna say baby steps but jump in? But you know how we gonna say that is, oh, look at this big eye. You see, they're jumping into a big eye. It's like you gotta zoom out, look with that third eye, and see that looking through at the world through the eyes of a child. As you're now an adult, you have wisdom. It's not it in the way of, because I think there's this when I think of looking at the world through the eyes of a child, you think of like them being so naive or like potentially in danger. Like you can't look at the world through the eyes of a child and feel in danger all the time. You have to, like the child that feels safe and feels comfortable and feels protected, which means you have to provide that space for yourself to feel safe and comfortable and protected. And as you allow your nervous system to reset and find ways and habits to make yourself feel more calm and comfortable and grounded and at home in your body through meditation, through breath work, through art practice, through walking your dog more regularly, you know, through these things, dancing through these things more regularly, you're going to make little baby steps. But it's like I was saying earlier, it's learning the foundational skills, learning the little things that build to the bigger picture. When we look at where we want ourselves to be in the bigger picture, we look at that 100% and it looks far away from me. Like, how would I make that jump? How would my legs reach that far? It's like, well, you gotta stretch. Start stretching now, and you do a little bit every day, and 100% adds up real quick. Pretty soon, you're like, I'm stretching, then all of a sudden, you could reach that 100. Because it's just baby steps first. Start with the little chunks of things, and allow yourself to slowly until you've fallen off this cliff into, you know, that. You see what my brain's doing? But anyway, she jumps off the cliff into, what's that, her own eye, her own, like her own self, her own beautiful universe within that literally like, oh man. Say yes to change, allow change, invite it. And sometimes with change, we get nervous, we get super excited. We don't know what's gonna happen. There are things that you can do to help regulate your nervous system through that change. Grounding and meditation, those things that I was just talking about earlier, but I think that's something that somebody needs to hear. Yeah, I think that's gonna be this reading for tonight. If you've made it all the way through, I really hope that something in here resonated with you, maybe gave you some kind of confirmation, or just reminded you in some way that you are loved and you are worthy, and all of the above. You are the love. You've got the love. You've got the love. That's Florence. Yeah, and as I say that, at the bottom of the deck is Kalima, but it says major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. And as I told you, I felt called to bring up nervousness and how it's going to be important to slow down and let yourself like sit in things. But buckle up, because things are moving. Things are moving quick and things are shifting and changing. And I'm so excited to hear how this resonates in your journey. So please, if you would like to continue conversating, let's talk in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for listening. And yes, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day whenever this does find you. Much love and many blessings. Bye for now.